In the Mahabharata, Karna stands apart, born of the sun god Surya, yet shadowed by his birth. His valor, generosity, and loyalty defined him, but also led to his undoing. Despite unmatched skill and courage, society denied him respect. Branded Sutaputra, he remained unbroken, determined to prove character mattered more than birthright. His generosity was legendary. His bond with Duryodhana led him down a tragic path. Karna's story is about the loneliness of a hero denied his place, caught between duty and desire. His life reminds us to look beyond labels and see the cost of loyalty and the need for belonging. Karna's journey began shrouded in secrecy, a past unknown even to himself. His mysterious origins would forever define his path, casting a long shadow over his life and shaping the choices he would make. Born to Princess Kunti and the mighty sun god Surya, a divine union blessed with immense power, yet burdened with the heavy weight of societal constraints and expectations. Their secret love bore a child destined for greatness, but also for a life of hardship. To protect her reputation and shield herself from societal scorn, Kunti made the agonizing decision to set her newborn son adrift on the sacred Ganga, entrusting his fragile fate to the unpredictable currents of the river. As destiny would have it, the basket carrying the infant Karna was discovered by Adiratha, a kind-hearted charioteer, and his loving wife Radha, who embraced Karna as their own, offering him a home and a family. Karna grew up surrounded by love and care, yet he always felt like an outsider, a stranger in his own land. The whispers of his unknown parentage and the stigma associated with his adoptive father's low social status haunted him, creating a deep sense of isolation. In a society rigidly defined by birth and social standing, Karna was constantly judged by his upbringing, his opportunities limited by the circumstances of his birth, hindering his aspirations and fueling his burning desire to prove himself worthy. The renowned guru, Dronacharya, a master of warfare, denied him training, deeming him unworthy due to his perceived low birth, igniting within Karna an unquenchable determination to overcome his limitations and defy the expectations placed upon him. Karna's resolve hardened with each rejection, transforming the pain of his past into an unyielding force, a burning fire that fueled his ambition and drove him to seek greatness. Driven by his thirst for knowledge and power, he sought out the legendary Parashurama, a master of weaponry and a formidable warrior sage. To gain access to Parashurama's exclusive tutelage, Karna made the daring decision to disguise himself as a Brahmin, a member of the priestly class, and through this deception, he began mastering the art of war, honing his skills to an unparalleled level. But fate is a cruel mistress, and when Parashurama eventually discovered the truth of Karna's identity, his wrath was immense and unforgiving. In his fury, he cursed Karna, decreeing that he would forget the most crucial aspects of his skills and knowledge in his greatest battle, effectively sealing his tragic destiny and ensuring his downfall. Even his moments of triumph and victory were forever shadowed by the constant specter of rejection, the weight of his past, and the inescapable grip of fate. Karna's life was a heavy chain of tragedies, each link forged by the circumstances of his birth and the prejudices of society. Yet this very pain, this constant struggle against adversity, ultimately became his greatest strength, the source of his unwavering determination. It drove him to relentlessly pursue excellence in all his endeavors, proving to the world that true greatness is not a matter of birthright, but is earned through unwavering dedication, relentless effort, and the courage to overcome any obstacle. The grand tournament in Hastinapura was a spectacle of might and skill, a showcase of the prowess of the Kuru princes. It was here, amidst the roar of the crowd and the clash of steel, that Karna, a warrior of unparalleled skill and hidden origins, stepped into the arena and boldly challenged Arjuna, the celebrated archer. His performance was nothing short of breathtaking. He displayed feats of strength and agility that left the entire crowd stunned into silence, followed by a wave of excited murmurs and gasps of disbelief. But the whispers soon turned sour, as his low birth was cruelly thrown in his face, a stark reminder of the rigid social hierarchy that governed their world. The joy of the moment was shattered by the harsh reality of his origins. Just as despair threatened to engulf him, threatening to crush his spirit and extinguish his hopes, Duryodhana, ever the opportunist, intervened with a dramatic gesture. In a bold and unexpected act, Duryodhana, defying social norms and expectations, crowned Karna king of Anga, bestowing upon him not only power and status, but also offering him his unwavering friendship and loyalty. For Karna, who had always been denied recognition and respect, this was the acceptance he had always craved, a validation of his worth as a warrior and as a man. Overwhelmed by gratitude and a sense of belonging, Karna pledged his life to Duryodhana, vowing unwavering loyalty and eternal allegiance, binding himself to the prince with an unbreakable oath. This loyalty, born in a moment of profound gratitude, became Karna's guiding star, the principle that would dictate his actions and shape his destiny. But this very loyalty, born of gratitude and a deep-seated need for acceptance, would also become his greatest weakness, a fatal flaw that would ultimately lead to his tragic downfall and irreversible ruin. Blinded by his unwavering devotion, it blinded him to Duryodhana's darker motives, to the prince's ambition and the potential consequences of his actions. The friendship that gave Karna dignity and a sense of purpose would also become his cage, trapping him in a web of obligation and ultimately leading him to his doom, a prisoner of his own unwavering commitment. Karna's fate was sealed, his path irrevocably set on a course towards tragedy, a destiny intertwined with the ambitions of Duryodhana and the looming conflict that would engulf them all. In the infamous dice hall, Draupadi was humiliated before the court. Karna, loyal to Duryodhana, called her a slave and urged her disrobing, a moment that stained his honor forever. Years of rejection and pain twisted his sense of justice. His loyalty to Duryodhana outweighed his own moral compass. By siding with cruelty, Karna bound himself to a path of adharma. This act would haunt him, a dark mark on his legacy. Even a hero's loyalty can demand a price too high. As the drums of war echoed across the land, signaling the imminent conflict, Krishna, in a final attempt to avert the devastating battle, revealed Karna's true heritage, a secret that could change everything. He unveiled that Karna was, in fact, the eldest Pandava, born of Kunti, making him the rightful heir to the throne of Hastinapur. Krishna, with divine persuasion, offered him everything he could ever desire, the embrace of his long-lost family, a vast and prosperous kingdom to rule, and the honor that was rightfully his. For a moment, Karna wavered, his heart torn between the allure of his birthright and the bonds he had forged, longing for the acceptance and love that had been denied to him throughout his life, a void he desperately wished to fill. But his unwavering loyalty to Duryodhana, the one friend who had recognized his worth and given him dignity when no one else would, was an unbreakable vow etched into his very soul. With a heavy heart, Karna refused Krishna's extraordinary offer, choosing to honor his duty to his friend, even if it meant sacrificing his own destiny and a rightful place in the world. He asked Krishna to keep his true identity a secret from his brothers, knowing the devastating cost of his decision and the war that was to come. With a sense of grim resolve, Karna walked willingly towards certain death on the battlefield, bound by the chains of gratitude and unwavering loyalty. He made the conscious choice to prioritize loyalty over righteousness, irrevocably sealing his tragic fate in the annals of history. Even knowing deep down that he was fighting for the wrong side of the conflict, against his own kin, he could not bring himself to betray the hand that had lifted him up from obscurity and given him purpose. For sometimes, even the noblest heart, filled with honor and courage, is tragically trapped by the unbreakable bonds of its own unwavering devotion. On the battlefield, Karna faced Arjuna in a final fateful duel. As his chariot wheel sank, Parashurama's curse struck. Karna forgot his mantras, left defenseless. He pleaded for a pause, but Krishna reminded Arjuna of Karna's past sins. Justice, not mercy, ruled the moment. Arjuna's arrow struck. Karna fell, dying with dignity, his face to the sun. His death was a turning point, victory tainted by the loss of a brother. Karna's end was honorable, but his choices had led him there. Even in death, he remained a tragic hero, honored but misunderstood. After the war, Kunti revealed the truth. Karna was the Pandavas' elder brother. The brothers mourned deeply, realizing their enemy was their own blood. Yudhishthira saw victory as hollow, stained by fratricide. Karna's life became a lesson in the power and peril of loyalty. His devotion to Duryodhana was both his greatest virtue and fatal flaw. Loyalty without wisdom can turn a hero into a tool for injustice. Karna's story endures as a reminder. True dharma lies in choosing what is right, not just whom we serve. He remains the Mahabharata's forgotten hero, a symbol of strength, generosity, and the tragedy of misplaced loyalty. If you felt the power of Karna's journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. More untold epics are just a click away.